We want to see the world, wherever it may take us. To learn new things.
Here we go again, we're going inside!
To go where few have gone. Join us on our adventures, our SteinVentures.
The highest point on Earth is, of course, Mount Everest at 29,029 feet. The lowest point on Earth is the Dead Sea, coming in at 1,400 below sea level. The Dead Sea is a fascinating place that holds many secrets most people don't know about. Well, we're here to uncover those secrets and more. On the last episode of SteinVentures,
How was that?
raise those arms in the air because Wadi Rum was an unbelievable journey through a breathtaking desert. We got ourselves in a little pickle, and we discovered Wadi Mujib, a beautiful canyon filled with adventure. Now it's time to feel the heat at the lowest place on Earth.
Hello, SteinVentures. So we made it to the Dead Sea. Of course, it's called the Dead Sea after, since nothing is able to live in 60% salt. That's the average of the lake, and in some areas it's actually up to as much as 80%. If you take a look here behind me, it looks absolutely beautiful. We're about to enjoy a couple of days here at the Dead Sea, take some mud baths, enjoy the people, the culture, the food, and of course floating in the water with a magazine. That's supposed to be a national thing that you're supposed to do when you come out here. So next stop we make, we'll be picking up a local magazine with a date on it. So we hope you enjoy this video as much as we've enjoyed making it. And here we go. Cheers.
You know you're at a special place the minute you notice salt clinging to the side of a cliff and the sea is bubbling like boiling water. Is the water that hot? Or is there something else at play? There are two ways to reach the Dead Sea: Israel and Jordan. Our first stop within the region is Bethany beyond the Jordan. Here at the Dead Sea. If you're familiar with the Bible, this is the location that John the Baptist baptized hundreds of people in the Jordan River, the most famous being Jesus Christ. But the precise spot where John baptized Jesus will probably never be positively identified. This picture depicts what it used to look like back in biblical times when the water from the Jordan River was spilling over toward the staircase. Today, that part of the river is dried up and only an abandoned prayer hall remains. Excavations at Bethany beyond the Jordan began only in 1996. Before then, the area had been a minefield on the front line between Jordan and Israel, whose border is the Jordan River. Further down the dirt trail and up a small set of stairs, we come across a small church. This is the St. John the Baptist Church. And this particular church hasn't been here for very long. It was built in 2003. It's a Greek Orthodox church with plenty of small church charm. Its interior is covered in colorful Greek-styled painted frescoes, and look below you to find charming mosaic floors in the historic Greek and Roman. The Jordan River is one of the most well-known rivers in the world. It flows north to south, starting at the Sea of Galilee, mostly snaking its way through Israel and Jordan, and ends at the Dead Sea. We are at the Israel-Jordan border for something we've been wanting to do for a while now. Okay, so we're at the Jordan River, the border of Israel and Jordan, and this is where Jesus was baptized, and I'm about to get baptized in the Jordan River. So here we go.
This is for you, Micah, Alexa, and Ariel. We're about to dip your rosaries into the Jordan River.
This is for you, Wyatt and Logan. Here we go.
Here we go.
This was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for us, and we were super excited to jump in the muddy waters of the Jordan River. You have to fully dunk yourself in the water 3 times to be baptized. Luckily for us, it was a warm day, so it felt very refreshing after the warm trail hikes.
That was great. Awesome.
It's quite amazing just being here. I mean, this is the Dead Sea, one of the most famous seas in the world. Now it was time to head to our resort and get ready to float in the salty sea.
He was waving at us.
Of course, because we're videotaping.
We stayed at the Dead Sea Spa Hotel. A very nice and comfortable stay at a reasonable price. The grounds were maintained very nicely and the food was great. It's a very clean resort. They have an adult-only pool section and a family pool section with a twisty-turny water slide. Of course, I had to give it a try. It was a little slow for my taste, but the kids will love it. From our resort, it was a short walk to the beach. We were just excited to jump in and float the afternoon away.
Okay, here we are at the Dead Sea, finally, towards the end of our trip. And I'm gonna go in, and you're gonna see how easy it is just for me to float. So, here we go. Woo! Here we go!
This is so weird. I can't even. Okay, you are literally weightless. So we're going to sit back, enjoy my reading, and then we're going to go put some Dead Sea mud on. Bye.
Ah, the Dead Sea mud. This stuff is supposed to be excellent for your skin. The great thing about this area is that you don't need any sunblock. You won't burn. The sun is too far. I burn very easily, and this was a great test to see if the locals were correct. Within minutes, I would definitely know if I made the wrong decision of not putting sunblock on. I'll let you know of the outcome later on. Meanwhile, a group of us are slapping on the mud, excited to see if this natural mineral will indeed make our skin even softer and smoother. It took about 20 minutes to paint each other up. I think we look pretty good.
Here we are. It's hot, but we did it. Look at us.
The ground is boiling.
Oh.
This is great though. I love this. All right, here we go. We're gonna bake for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to wash in the Dead Sea. All right. Bye for now.
Yes, it was time to sizzle in the sun. Let the mud seep into our skin and allow it to harden to the point of a crusty shell. Soon after, we would wash it off in the Dead Sea. The mud would return to its original source. It easily came off. And yes, with the combination of minerals in the sea and the mud, it made your skin feel soft and silky. The Dead Sea is 10 times saltier than the regular seawater and bursting with 21 natural minerals, 12 of which are completely unique to the salty lake. Egyptian Queen Cleopatra bathed in the mineral-rich waters of the Dead Sea, aka nature's fountain of youth, to keep her healthy, youthful, and radiant. And if you still didn't get all the mud off of you, there's an outdoor shower to finish the job. And then one quick kiss and we're on to our next adventure.
All right, onward.
And if you want a different kind of relaxation, then head up into the mountains. There you'll find a soothing place of wonder, a hot spring wonder called My Inn. Nestled within Wadi Mujib, this place is home to a beautiful waterfall and hot
We
springs.
got lucky. This is the hot springs. We're here at 7 o'clock in the morning. They don't open until 9, but we found somebody that got us in here early so we can enjoy it. Just me and my wife.
Woohoo!
Yes, the best time to go to these hot springs would be before the park opens. You can either stay the night at the hotel inside the park or do what we did and find a guide who knows an inside person who can get you in before they open at 9 a.m. There's a small cave behind the waterfall that pours out the hottest water. It's a little too hot to put your foot in. And when I say hot, I mean hot. Half the time I couldn't even put my foot in the water because it was so hot.
About what temperature?
This little cave acts as a natural sauna. Just sit back and relax until your body says, okay, I'm done with this steam room stuff. Let's move on. The main pool to the hot springs is a perfect temperature to soak your aching body from doing all the fun activities in Jordan. Make sure you stand in the waterfall for a nice back massage. This was our happy place. After a long trip, we really needed this relaxation break. It calms the nerves and re-energizes you for whatever you have planned next. And when you're with that special someone, alone in a gorgeous place like this, it makes the trip up the mountains that much more worth it. The Dead Sea made us feel alive. It was exciting, rejuvenating, relaxing, and so difficult to say goodbye. This destination quickly became one of our favorites, and my wife and I made a promise to each other to visit again. But next time, from the Israeli point of view. I'm sure they will offer their own exciting stories and experiences both healing and biblically.
Mahala.
Wait.
Wait.
Hello, the Dead Sea.
1, 2, 3.
Marhaba, feel it.
Jordan.
Jordan.
You didn't say it.
Oh, and by the way, I never did get burned in the Dead Sea.
One more time.
Marhaba,
Marhaba, Jordan.
Perfect. Now we can move on. Goodbye from the Dead Sea, and hello to our final destination.
I was not expecting this.
On the next SteinVentures, we make our way to the ancient Roman city of Jerash. We get caught up in a windstorm, and we explore inside a dusty old castle. This is the final adventure in Jordan, so let's go out with a bang. Thank you for watching this episode of Jordan, and if you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And remember, keep on traveling.